guys, it's Jackie. Today I have a physical media haul again, but this one's a little different. I have books and movies. The books are from thrift books and the movies are from a local used bookstore. We have a little bit of variety in here, so I'm excited to show you what I've got. Let's get into it. First of all, we have the Meditation Bible. I have not really looked too much into this. I believe I flipped through this in a used bookstore and then I didn't pick it up, and the next time I came back it was gone. So I looked for it and found it on thrift books. It says simple, effective meditations for enhancing your life. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have not really ever been into the idea of meditation. The idea is very intimidating. I always felt like I would do it wrong, or like I didn't have enough self-control to do it or participate in it. However, now being in therapy, I realize it's not about doing it right or perfect. It's about helping yourself. It's good for you. I have not tried any meditations yet, except what I've done in therapy. We have done some of those. But I was interested in looking into meditations more and deeper and maybe seeing if I could understand them more and different types of meditation more to make my life better and to make myself feel better about certain aspects in my life. Like, there's meditations for everything in here. There's a meditation for doing the dishes, which is incredible. I think I remember reading on the page, it just says to spend time with nothing but the dishes. Pick up a dish, wash each one deliberately, be in the moment with it while you're cleaning it. Don't listen to music, don't listen to any YouTube videos, and then you will be very in tune with just the act of doing dishes and cleaning a dish and the task of doing dishes. Which might sound a little silly, but honestly this intrigued me. I will take anything that will make doing tasks feel just a little more magical or useful or good for me. Like, if doing the dishes makes me feel like I'm in a Ghibli movie, I'll do them. That sounds very much like the way chores and everyday tasks are in Ghibli movies. They're done with love and they are considered parts of your life that are very important. And that's why this book called to me so much. It's working on areas of your life and making your life feel magical in a way. There's all kinds of things in here. Compassionate consumption, which shows people at a farmer's market. Tasteful meditation, like making a good meal. Just seems like a really good book, and I'm very interested in it. Media Monitor. Reduces stress from information overload, retrieves lost time from media addiction, helps you become mindful of what you take in. There's meditations for everything in here, and I couldn't be more excited to read this and dive into this. The next book I have is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Oh my goodness, do I love her. You've already heard me go on and on about Gone Girl, so I won't do that again, but Sharp Objects. This is what got me into Gillian Flynn. I watched the TV show on HBO Max and then listened to the audiobook. I've seen that show like 4 times now. So good. Definitely one of my favorite stories. If I had to choose my favorite work, it would be that over Gone Girl, but oh my god, it's so hard to choose. All of her works are so good, but oh my god, it's hard to choose. But I have such a big place in my heart for Sharp Objects. This is what got me into Gillian Flynn, and oh my god, Camille's character. Oh, I won't go into it, but I love Sharp Objects. And I had never seen this cover before, so I had to get it. It's like glass shattering, and this shard of glass has the woods shown in it. I couldn't believe it. This is from thrift books. It was in acceptable condition, which you can tell by all the spine cracking. I don't care about that though. That means somebody loved this so much that they read it this much. This is the Velveteen Rabbit book. Like, it's loved. This is an important object. Or whoever was reading it was really going through it. But either way, I had never seen this cover before, and when I saw this on thrift books, I had to get it just for this cover, and I had really been wanting to own a copy of this book after I listened to the audiobook. I am really looking forward to just going through this and actually physically reading it now. And I really want to watch the show again. I've been itching to watch the show again. It's just one of my favorites. Okay, we'll move on from that, or I'll talk about Sharp Objects and Gillian Flynn the entire video, because trust me, I could. Oh my god, you don't even know. If you do know, good on you, but if you don't know, you really don't know. Oh my god. I read this book when I was in high school. It is just a creative, like, fantasy, sci-fi anthology full of short stories by different authors, and I searched for years for this book. I couldn't figure out what it was called. I just knew I'd read it in high school. And after combing the internet, I finally figured out what it was called. And then I was just waiting until I could get my hands on a copy. That's how much I like this book and how special this book is to me. Firebirds Rising. The tree is in the shape of a phoenix with a giant rolling fire behind it. Here's the list of all the authors featured in this book. I can't wait to read this. I loved this book when I was in high school, and I can't wait to go through these stories again. I remember in school I had to do a book talk, and I did one of the stories from this book. And it was such an interesting short story that is still relevant today. I think it was called Hive Mind or The Hive, and it was a story about these girls that were all connected to each other with headsets, cliques, hives, and they were constantly socially connected through these headsets, and then if you were deemed undesirable and kicked out of this clique, you would go into withdrawals from not having your hive, your social clique. Just so interesting. Honestly, I think I'm gonna read through these and do a video on this because it alone is so cool, but I am so glad to have it, and I am moving on again to the next thing. Okay. That finishes the book portion. Now we are moving into DVDs that I got locally. A Haunting in Connecticut. I had never seen this before. When I was a kid, my sister put it on and I saw parts of it, I think, and I thought it looked very, very scary. And honestly, this is a scary movie. Like, this is PG-13 and I really think it should be R. Like, this is not some silly little PG-13 horror movie. This is pretty hardcore. And if you're gonna laugh at me for saying this movie is scary, fine. Go ahead. It's scary. And it was really good. I'm not really sure why everyone clowns on this or thinks it is silly. I really liked it. It was very creative in its storytelling and what it chose to express through the exorcism storyline and the kid's life with his illness and how it all connected together and what it meant about life and ghosts. It was so interesting and compelling, honestly. It was kind of a great story and meditation on things just for an exorcism movie, which usually are kind of empty and shallow pieces of media. Don't get me wrong, it still has its little bits in there infused that I don't like, that are sort of, you know, churchy and patriarchal, but honestly, overall, I think this is a pretty good exorcism movie, and it has its own good, unique story as well. I really enjoyed it. I would watch this again, and I grabbed it not having seen it before, but I'm glad to own it, and I would watch this again. This is just so unique. Like, you see this image everywhere, and I think there's a reason for that. It's very, very unique. Anyway, I really liked this movie, and I'll probably be revisiting it again, and I'm glad that I picked it up. Next we have The Turning. I honestly picked this up not knowing what it was. It has Mackenzie Davis. Don't really know who that is. Finn Wolfhard, Brooklyn Prince. Really the only one I know on here is Finn Wolfhard. It says keep an eye on the children. And I was not aware, but apparently this is a little bit more of a modern retelling of The Turn of the Screw, which I love The Turn of the Screw. So interesting. I honestly did a little video on the novella and scrapped it, and I'm thinking about refilming that. And I could not be more excited to watch another adaptation of The Turn of the Screw, because there are so many different ways you can play with that story and utilize that story and the themes. Oh, this is really making me want to go back and do my video on the novella. This. Always happy to find adaptations of Henry James' work and The Turn of the Screw. It is so adaptable, it is so flexible, the work. I have read the book. I have been wanting to watch The Innocents, which is the version that I watched when I was a kid, but I've not been able to find the DVD or get my hands on it. It's a little harder to find, but super excited to find this, and it has Finn Wolfhard in it, and he is really good, so I'm very excited to watch this, and I'll probably get back to you on this. And then we have You're Next. I honestly, my feelings on this movie fluctuate. I saw this movie for the first time a few years ago, and I loved it the first time, and then I watched it again recently, and I wasn't such a big fan of it. I was like, First time I watched it, I thought it was super clever and unique, and such a special, not special, kind of like lightning in a bottle. The second time I watched it, I was like, well, it's not that I don't know if it's really everything I thought it was, but if there's anything that's true about it is that I keep thinking about it, I can't forget about it. So I thought that was enough to just pick up a copy, maybe give it a watch again. And the cover is just so cool. You're Next, with the text around the head and the fox mask. It's so iconic. I need to watch it again. I think when I watched it again recently, I just wasn't feeling it. I made myself watch it when I wasn't in the mood for it, and that's probably what did it. I would be down to watch it again. I think that's what happened. And this is such a cool copy, such a cool cover. I'll be watching this again. Oh, and it has special features. No Ordinary Home Invasion, the making of Your Next featurette, audio commentary, a little bare bones on the special features, but the making of featurette I am interested in. I would love to watch that. Oh yeah, I haven't been checking these for special features. Oh, okay, The Turning, going back to that, has an alternate ending, deleted scenes, and Behind the Turning. Very interesting. Very interesting. A Haunting in Connecticut does not have any special features, which is very disappointing for a movie as unique as it is. Okay, next we have 8 Mile DVD bonus, all new never before seen Eminem rap battles and music video. Oh my god. Free DVD offer, another mail off, and then this is always what made me can't resist it, always. A little poster with Eminem all over it from the movie. Oh my god. It's so good. That's so good. I had to get it just for the poster, but I have not been able to stop listening to Eminem lately. All I want to listen to is Eminem. And believe me, I am aware of the problems with his music. I am bisexual. Hopefully that's enough to be said about that. I am aware of a lot of the problems in his music, but I still enjoy it very much. There are parts of it that really have just been hitting all the right spots for me lately, and I feel very connected to the music lately, and it's just what I'm feeling lately. But I am aware, I think still that there is a lot of respect to be had for him, for what he's gone through, for what he's accomplished, for everything he says in his music. Everything he does that is bad, I think, there's still the good things that he does, and the good messages in his music. Anyway, I'm done harping about Eminem. It's just, it means a lot to me lately. His music means a lot to me. And so I saw this movie when I was a kid. I really wanted to watch it again. I was really happy to find this, honestly. Special features. Exclusive all-new uncensored Eminem rap battles, freestyling rap competition featuring Eminem, exclusive never-before-seen uncensored Superman music video, song from the Eminem Show album, Eminem's personal insight into the making of the film, the music of 8 Mile. I can't wait to watch this. I can't wait to watch all the special features. It means a lot to me that I found a copy of this right now. Then we have The Monster. I also saw this movie when I was a teenager, I think, for the first time, and it was one of my first forays into art house, like edgy art house, where there is something that represents trauma or a different storyline, and it's not just what you see. It's not just a monster movie. The monster represents something deeper and alludes to a second storyline. So this will always be special to me just because of that. This was the first time I ever experienced a story like that and experienced storytelling like that. And I have really been wanting to watch it again. The monster in this is pretty cool. Fear Can Kill You. Special feature, Eyes in the Darkness featurette. Okay, I'll see what that's about. I am really excited to watch this one. Basically, it is about the relationship between a mother and a daughter, and they're out driving late together one night, and they encounter a creature that they both must conquer together. Yes, that does also mean their personal demons and the problems that they have with each other. So, I am excited to give this another rewatch with more mature insights into the story. I did see this when I was a teenager and I liked it, but I did not have the maturity that I do now to analyze the storyline. And I have been wanting to watch it again, but couldn't find it on streaming, so I'm so happy I found a copy of that. The last thing I have is something I picked up from Goodwill. Twilight in Forks, the saga of the real town. The People and Places of Forks and La Push. Twilight in Forks is the definitive DVD documenting the town of Forks made famous by the Twilight books and movies. Since the Twilight movies weren't filmed in the real Forks, this is your opportunity to see the town that Stephenie Meyer based her epic teen romance books on. Are there truly vampires and werewolves there? Hear from the real people living their lives in the town fans know and love, including the chief of police, the Forks Outfitters employee who gets mistaken for Bella, and the vampire transplant who plays the real-life role of Alice. Visit Forks High School, hear self-described Jacob's grandfather tell the legend of how the Quixotes descended from wolves, and see many more of the people and places that make Forks and La Push the perfect setting for the Twilight saga. Very interesting. My partner found this and ran up to me with it, and I was like, yes, thank you, and give me that. Yes, oh my goodness. There's a mailbox here that says Cullen. Oh my goodness. I honestly can't wait to watch this. The City of Forks welcomes you. Honestly, I have always wanted to visit Forks, Washington because of this, but I also really want to stay at the Twilight House. So bad. But have you seen it? Have you looked it up? Do you know what that trip involves? I do. Maybe someday. I would love to stay in the Twilight House. I'll look into the town. That's a pretty good step for now. I'm really excited to see this. It's just specific enough that it made me so happy when my partner brought this up to me. Alright, and that is actually the whole haul. That is everything I have gotten lately. Books, movies, the works. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed making it and collecting this media. I always enjoy talking about it. Hopefully you'll join me next time, and thank you for watching. Bye!